Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Hi guys, how are you? Assalamu alaikum. Today I'm going to be showing you how I can help you in your career. Career in the sense civil engineering career. In civil engineering, we usually have a lot of softwares. What according to our career, which software to choose and what to do in our after you're done with your engineering or you're done with your diploma. Usually people will be wondering around what to do, what not to. I'm not getting job, I'm a fresher, this that. There's some different kind of things you'll be getting in your head. So you can be getting benefited here by asking me questions directly according to your talent. What are the best softwares you have to choose and what you have to do after your engineering? So let's get started. It is not necessary that you have to choose any one of the softwares. You can actually go directly on the site before starting here. I can be preferring you, if you don't want to have any office work, if you are more so want to work on the site, then the best softwares what you can choose is actually, it's not actually softwares, you can actually directly go with this particular thing, quantity survey. However, on the side, once you're done with this quantity survey part, you can actually go for another level, that is actually managerial level. You can actually learn Primavera softwares for that particular thing, so that you can know what are all the works you have and how you can actually schedule all your works for. So Primavera is one of the nice softwares for that. It is used for planning and scheduling. This is actually the softwares. If you are learning, then you will be able to plan many different projects at a time as well. So there are certain uniqueness in the Primavera. That's brief about Primavera. If you want to know more, I will actually say, you just ask me in the comment section. Now, if you don't want the side part, like you think that side part is very vulgarous, labors are there, they don't want to talk to you properly, or you think that the life there is very bad, you want to work on the office itself, then you have to be an enthusiastic about what exactly your talent is all about, and you have to face the interview boldly according to that part itself. So what are the softwares you want to learn? Let's get started. The first and the foremost thing is actually AutoCAD. In AutoCAD you will be having a lot of things which you can do. I'll be showing you how the things are going to be. Like you can see here, in civil you will be having the plans of this nature, like you'll be having a residential building plans, commercial building plans, and many different kind of plans will be available. If you want to learn AutoCAD, then basically you will be doing all these things. It's not just about normal architectural plans. You can be dealing with the electrical, mechanical plans and plumbing plans as well. So AutoCAD is used to do the planning part, like drafting part as well. And if you want to do any deep detail in the structural part, you can actually do that thing in AutoCAD. The next thing is about the StatPro and ETABS. If you want to learn about StatPro and ETABS, it's a very nice thing. Like if you want to do the structural part of any building, then you can actually try using the StatPro. StatPro will give you a very nice analysis of the buildings, and it can actually give the analysis of the structural steel structures part as well. However, ETABS does the same thing. The kind of building what you can construct is at this particular level. ETABS will be helpful in order to design big tall buildings, so that's the reason people outside, like in UAE or Qatar, or if you want to design big buildings, then you can actually use ETABS. It will give you again analysis and design of a normal building model. So that was about the structural part. Like StatPro and ETABS are useful more so in structural. It's going to ask you what are the loads which is there in your building, and it's going to say you the output is, this is actually steel you have to use, and this is actually the design, this is actually the dimensions you have to use in your building. So that was about the structural part. Now the next thing is about the architectural part. Once you are done with the structural part, the very next important thing is architectural part. At the end of the day, your client is going to see how your building is going to looking like from the outside. So here we go. Usually people prefers AutoCAD for planning, but nowadays Revit architecture is more useful in planning. Now you can see here, so there are certain samples which I have of Revit architecture. Now this is actually one of the buildings parking view. You can see how easily actually easily you can actually plan it in Revit architecture. And if you want to do the same thing in AutoCAD, then it's a little bit difficult. You can see how cartoonish this plans looks like. However, in Revit, the same thing, less efforts and less time you'll be using, and you can actually plan the things very easily. And you can see just above that thing I'll be having my architectural plan, and you can see how everything is placed here. And the difference between the AutoCAD and Revit is the AutoCAD is a little bit slower as compared to Revit, just because of the options what we have in Revit. In Revit we'll be having many different easy options like walls, doors, windows, roof, ceilings, anything. If you want to create it is pretty much easy that you can actually create the thing. But in AutoCAD, if you're trying to do the same thing, it's going to take a lot of time. Whenever you're creating anything in 3D, the same thing is going to be available in your plan as well. And it's a very easy and simple software. If you want to learn, I'll be teaching you that thing. Just ask me in the query section. Now the next thing is about 3ds Max. 3ds Max is useful for interiors and elevations. I'll show you, this is actually one of the interiors. If you want to plan this kind of thing, and you will be having many different models which is available online, you can just place that thing. You can actually apply the textures and materials, and that's pretty much, you can actually place the camera and lightings, and you'll be getting a very nice wholesome view for any model. So that was actually 3ds Max, a very nice interior and architectural software. Now the same thing is about the SketchUp as well. SketchUp will be having again interiors and elevation part. It's more so like 3ds Max, but 3ds Max will be having a lot of different options and settings inside it. So if you want to learn very smart and easier way interiors and elevations, you can actually do that thing in SketchUp. But if you are a professional and if your company is asking you about 3ds Max, you can actually use this thing. If you're a beginner, you can ask me to teach this thing. If you are advanced learner in deep options, if you want, you can actually ask directly to me. And the next thing is about these two softwares. If you have a very nice laptop, or if you have a very nice desktop computer, then these two softwares are very much helpful to you. These softwares will be giving you a very nice outputs, the renderings parts, and very nice elevations and interiors. I have actually done some of the elevations. I want to show you. It gives us a very nice 3D floor plans and elevations, and yeah, you can see here I have done all these things in Revit, like I've modeled everything in Revit, and then afterwards I exported this thing to Twinmotion. In Twinmotion, just you have to place a sun somewhere, and then you have to place certain material, which is very, very easy, and finally you can actually render and see how nice the quality is. The very good thing about the Twinmotion is you can actually have the 3ds Max files in it, you can actually have SketchUp files in it, and all the things it will just put together and give you a very nice 3D floor plans. So it is actually having a very nice different visualizations, camera paths, and so on. One of the Kashmir project what I have done, and you can see how easily how good looking it is. Now that was about some of the experience about this Twinmotion and Lumion. And about the Lumion is a very nice software. So if you want to see certain things in Lumion, I will be showing you. This is okay, just a minute. Yeah, this thing. So once a minute. Yeah, this thing. I've actually done this thing in Lumion. It's a night view of one of the building, and you can see how reflections and the lightings part, swimming pool part, balls, and water effects, and there are many different kind of effects which you can look in this elevation. So if you want to learn Lumion also, you can actually contact me. So Lumion, Twinmotion, and SketchUp is all about my architectural. Then afterwards in Revit itself, we'll be having a structural part as well. Like you can actually have a very nice structural concepts, like structural drawing detailings in Revit. That's Revit structure. Even I know that thing. If you want to learn that, you can actually learn that thing. And if you want to learn MEP part as well, you can consult me. Now the next thing is about Naviswork. Naviswork is kind of related to Revit. If you want to overall overlap all the drawings like architectural, structural, and MEP, and if you want to see where the clashes are going to happen, then Naviswork is very much helpful. I already taught you about the Primavera, Now let's go to this part, manual designing. If you want to do everything not in the software, you want to check the things that the software is doing properly, then manual designing is very much helpful. Now after all, after saying you about all these things, still perhaps maybe many people will be having the questions about what should be done in the career, and how we can actually move forward in our career, what to do, what not to, how to start with, how to approach for the interviews and all these things. You can actually ask me certain questions about the career guidance. I can actually help you about that thing. Many people have actually helped already. And if you are an experienced person already in the business, if you want to grow, you can actually ask me. If you are a beginner about to start, if you want to do the job, or you want to do the business, I can actually help you as well. Now if you want to build any home, or you want your home is already built, just you want to have a very nice elevation for that thing, or interior for that thing, or if your friend is actually want to build a home, I can actually help you from the starting from the scratch, like architectural drawings, structural drawings, map drawings. I can actually help you, so you can actually contact me if you have any project. Now if you want to learn this softwares in any other different language, like I know English and Hindi, you can actually ask me to prepare the tutorials for that thing. Now if at all you still have a little bit of doubts about me, what I do, and many more things, you can actually ask the doubts in the comment section, or you can actually WhatsApp me as well. If at all I'm available, definitely I'll answer your WhatsApp queries. Now if you want to mail me about certain project perfectly showing that this is the drawing, what to do, there are certain problems happening, you can actually mail me as well. So until that, we'll meet again. I'll be looking forward for your comments and everything. So that's pretty much about this tutorial, and goodbye, Allah Hafiz.